guys, welcome back to my channel. It's King Ty. I know it's been a minute. I know I've been gone for a while. I recently uploaded about 2 weeks ago my trip to the Bahamas for my uncle's wedding. That was back in September and I finally uploaded it. But I am now free and available to start making more videos. I am hoping that I can at least get on a schedule of making maybe like a video every 5 to 6 days once 2017 hits. So my goal is to make a lot more videos at this point in time. I did just recently graduate from college. Woo! I finished the whole semester early. That is exactly why I haven't been able to upload videos as much, because I have been in school nonstop and I was working nonstop as well. During that time though, I was able to like upload one story time. That was a year ago, so I'm gonna keep you guys updated and I'm going to do a story time now. A lot of people requested that I do another story time, so I figured, hey, why not? But yeah, I plan on uploading 2 videos actually 3 videos in the next couple of weeks. So I'm trying to build that schedule up. So be on the lookout for those videos as well. And I think that's it for announcements so far. I hope you guys had a great Christmas and I hope you guys have a great New Year. Hopefully the next video comes out around New Year's time, so I can wish you guys a happy New Year and all that jazz. But we are still in 2016 at this moment, so I hope you guys are living it up for the rest of 2016, getting the rest of your goals out of the way, knocked out and all that stuff. And yeah, that's about it. Alright guys, this story is about when I almost got robbed in Nigeria as a kid. Okay, so how many years ago is this? I actually just turned 21 December 24th, guys. So this was when I was 12. I had just turned 12 at this time. I went to Nigeria for my mom and my stepdad's wedding, their traditional wedding. And this happened about 9 years ago. So this was back in 2007. So here's the thing. We were in Nigeria. I am half Nigerian and half Jamaican. My mom's side is Nigerian, my dad's side is Jamaican. So as a part of my Nigerian culture, we do 2 weddings. If you live in America or if you're American, you do 2 weddings. You're traditional and you're American. Depends on if you want to, but most of the time you do a traditional. So my mom she decided that she wanted to have a traditional wedding. It was scheduled for the day before my birthday, so it was December 23rd. We had traveled to Nigeria. This was my first time ever traveling to Nigeria or just out of the country in general. I'd gone to like states in the US, but that doesn't count because I literally didn't really travel that much. But this was my first time going to Nigeria. I went with my grandma, my grandpa, my mom, my stepdad, and my uncle, I believe. Yeah. So my mom and my stepdad, they had already left to go to Nigeria prior. So they left a couple days before I left with my grandma and my grandpa. So what happened was while we were there, it was really fun. We met up in my grandpa's house. He has this huge house it's not in a compound. It's just a house that's located in a village area. It's this huge White House. Everybody calls it the White House. So he just recently built it. And I guess because he had recently built it, he wanted to make sure that we had protection. Not just because it was like a big house, but because my family is American and we have American accents. So he wanted to make sure that we were protected at all times. So he had guards come. 2 guards would come during the day and during the night. They had these huge guns. I remember it was so crazy. They had these huge guns and they would just walk on the top railing of the house, the balcony portion of the house, and they would monitor the activity in the area. So I'm gonna tell you guys a story leading up to it. So I almost died twice the day that this accident happened, but let's lead up to it. So my mom and my stepdad have their wedding. The wedding was beautiful, by the way. They have their wedding, and the next day they have to head from the village to Lagos, because the way we came to Nigeria was through like a normal flight from JFK Airport to like Nigeria itself. And then once you get to the airport that is located there, you have to take a second plane to Lagos. And then when you get to Lagos, you have to take a car, which is like an hour and a half ride from Lagos to Imo State. So that's what we had to do, which is the same thing we had to do going back. So my grandpa shipped a car to Nigeria, and my cousin was driving that car. So this was the car that we would use to travel around and all that stuff. So the day after the wedding, we're packing up the car because it's time for us to leave Imo State. And we're packing up the car, and I don't know why, but for some reason I had told myself, I was like, oh, armed robbers can't see me. I don't know why I decided to say that. Like, what? Why did I randomly say that? I feel like I like put that in the air at that moment that I said that. But so I said that, and after that I was feeling like kind of tough and mighty. It's like, okay, we got these big old guys with these guns, so I feel protected. Like, no, they can't get me. None of that stuff. But anyway, so we're packing up the car and we're driving to the airport. And I forgot that to tell you guys, my cousin that was driving this car, I'm kind of convinced now that I think about it, I don't think he had a real license. Because the way that he drove this car on these dirt roads, oh God. So the way that the roads in Nigeria, well, not so much I can't speak for all parts, because the part that I was in, Imo State, the way the roads were, they're dirt roads that are kind of like this. They're bumpy, of course, but they're flat. But to the sides of them, they go down, and it's like their gutter system. Not how in America where our sewers are covered with grates. In Nigeria, it's not covered in grates. Well, in Imo State, it's not covered in grates. It's just an open gutter system. So people poop in there, pee in there, throw trash in there. So it's like these deep, like gutters, deep gutters. And like the way he would drive, I would think we're going to land in the gutter and not be able to get out. And I was like, I'm not about to get out this car and push the car up no hill and stand and poop. So he better like drive right. And there was times when he would drive and he would like cut the edge of these gutters. And I would be like, Grandma, you sure you want him driving this vehicle? And they were like, yeah, he's a good driver. He's a good driver. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get us there. He knows how to get us there fast. Yes, he does know how to get us there fast, because he just be zooming down these grounds. He's just zooming down. Mind you, people are walking on these grounds and he'll just speed past them and they just move out the way. I'm like, no, y'all better hop over the gutters, because the way he's driving, he might push you into the gutter. So you might want to watch out. And like, he packs up the car. Back to the present portion of the story. He packs up the car and we get in. It's really early in the morning at this time, 5 a.m. that time, and it's pitch black outside. When it's nighttime there and early morning, it's pitch black. It's not like sometimes here where you can see the sun rising at 5 a.m., 5:30-ish. It's pitch black. It's like, there's no street lights because it's a village, and you're just going based off of car lights, or if a generator is on in a house, if the house is lit up, that's what the lights you're going off of. So we're packing up the car and all this stuff, and the guards are leaving. I didn't notice this until my grandma said they're leaving, and I was like, oh wow, they don't come with us? And she's like, no, they don't come with us. They gotta go home, because we're going home. They don't just stay here. I was like, wow, okay. So at this time, I also had braces on my teeth at the time. So a lot of people there would ask me like, oh, why do you have bracelets on your teeth? And I'd be like, oh, it's because I'm trying to get my teeth straightened. And my grandparents would tell me, like, careful when you talk not to show your braces too much. And I'm like, how is that even possible if my braces lift my lips automatically? Like, they move my lips apart. Pause. So it's kind of hard not to show it. So they were like, be careful not to flaunt certain things about you to show that you're American, because they'll take advantage of you. And I was like, okay, I get it. I won't. And they were like, also, the money you have, keep it hidden. Don't keep it out. So I would carry a fanny pack with my naira. My naira is Nigerian dollars, and I would keep it in my pocket. And I got so much of it, I felt like a boss with all my naira. But even though it's not really worth that much here, but to me it was worth a lot. So I had my fanny pack on me that day, and we get in the car, and I'm tired, so I lay on my grandma's lap. My grandpa's sitting in the front seat, and my cousin's driving. His reckless self. Let me tell you how I died the first time. Almost died. First time. He's driving, speeding. And I'm wondering, I'm like, he's speeding. I kind of got used to it, but not to the point where I could really get comfortable. I was half sleeping enough to be aware of my surroundings. So I was sleeping on my grandma's lap. And my cousin's driving all fast, driving all crazy, trying to get us to the airport because he was making us run late. So he's making us run late. So we're trying to catch we're trying to get to the airport. My grandparents didn't want to take the plane because the plane was really unsturdy, guys. So they decided they wanted to take a bus from where we were to Lagos. So we had to get to the airport/bus station. And our bus was about to leave, so he's speeding even more than he normally speeds. And this dude was going so fast that the brakes failed. The brakes failed. How do we know that the brakes failed? Well, because he was speeding, he started swerving into oncoming lane, and there was a truck coming in the oncoming lane. So he's speeding, and he goes, oh my God. Starts trying to hit the brake and swerve out the way. Brakes don't work. Brakes are out. Brakes at peace. We're not trying to die either. So they were out. And he starts swerving. Remember the gutters I told you guys about? He swerves into the gutters. For the one time I thought we were going to just land in the gutter. We didn't land in no gutter. We kept going. And we almost hit a building. And the brakes still didn't work. We're this close to the building, and I wake up, I'm like, no, Grandma, why you let him drive this car? I knew he was, like, going to kill us one day because he don't know how to drive. Look at the brakes failing. Like, we can't even stop. And if, by the grace of God, I don't know if it was me chatting. Maybe the Lord heard me and was like, oh, my God, I got to protect them because he don't know how to drive. So let me activate these brakes. Let me throw some new ones in there for you. And the brakes came on. And oh my God. He hits the brakes, and we are this close to the building. And I was just like, I woke up, I was like, Grandma, how far of a walk is it from here to the bus station? Because I don't want to ride in here anymore. And she starts yelling at my cousin, and she's like, you don't know how to drive. You almost killed us. Why are you speeding? Calm down now. Stop driving so fast. We want to make it there alive. And my cousin is just like, Mommy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mommy. Mommy, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Mommy. I'm very sorry. The brakes, they don't work. I'm sorry, Mommy. I was like, sorry. You sorry, but you almost killed us. You're speeding. And you almost killed us. That's why the brakes failed, because they didn't know how to take it because you were going too dang fast. When you shouldn't be going so fast. The brakes were like, we're going to teach you a lesson since you want to be playing around and speeding like there's no brakes on this car. You got to relax. So that's what happened. But we made it to the bus terminal in the airport, and we almost died again. So almost died, so I got robbed. And I just really was contemplating on the bus. We were with my other cousin, who was like leading us everywhere. He was like a really great person. He was like our protector. He was like my guy. He came with us basically to drop us off. So he rode with us an hour just to like drop us off, see us off and stuff, make sure we're safe. So we get on this bus, and this is my first time on a Greyhound type bus. So there's a whole bunch of people on this bus, and my grandma and my grandpa are sitting in front of us, and I'm sitting by the window next to my cousin. We're driving, we're having a good old time. Of course, I fall asleep because I couldn't really sleep the first time, and I was awoken from my slumber because my cousin wanted to be driving like a maniac. And my cousin wakes me up, and he yells. He wakes me up by yelling to the bus driver because he sees there's a car blocking the way. So there's a car facing this way, and then the bus. The bus is driving, and there's a car blocking the rest of the highway. So my cousin goes, "Watch out for that car." And I'm like, wow, okay. Why would somebody park like that? Like, why would you do that on the highway? And my cousin tells me, he says to me, I wasn't registering because I didn't know what he was talking about. He was like, so that car is a sign that something bad is about to happen. I was like, huh? What you talking about? That car is a sign something bad is about to happen. And he tells my grandma and my grandpa, he's like, okay, get ready. I'm looking at him like, get ready for what? Why are you not saying what I need to hear? Because I don't know what's going on at this moment. So the bus driver turns around, cuts through like those emergency lanes where you can go to the other lane if you made a mistake and you go in the wrong way, or if you're a cop. And he turns and he goes the other way down the opposing traffic. So we're going on the opposing side, and there's another bus in front of us and another bus in front of us. So it's 3 buses. And I see all these guys with these huge guns, and I hear the bus door open, and all I see is the bus driver running off the bus and running down the side of the bus and running down the street of the highway. And I'm like, looking at my cousin like, why did he just get off the bus? I don't understand. Who's going to drive the bus? Why is he off the bus? And my cousin was like, get off the bus, get off the bus, get off the bus. And I was like, for what? You don't see those people out there with guns? You want me to get off the bus so I could be outside with the people with the guns? I don't understand. And my cousin told me, he was like, they put the car in the middle of the highway because they wanted to lead us into this so that we can follow through and come to their trap. And I was like, what? And my cousin's like, get off the bus. He's pulling me because I'm still sitting there. And my grandma and my cousin are already like trying to get off the bus. And me and my grandpa are really just sitting there trying to like think about the stuff we want to grab because we didn't know if we would come back on the bus. And I lost my slipper. Yeah, y'all remember Chinese slippers? I had those on. So I lost one of them and I couldn't find it. I told my cousin, I was like, my slipper, I can't find my slipper. And my cousin's like, forget the slipper, get off the bus. And I'm like, but my slipper. And I'm looking for my slipper. And my grandpa's in front of me. He's standing on the aisle and he's trying to reach for his luggage to take it off so he could get off the bus with his luggage. My cousin was like, uncle, please, make us get off the bus now. Please, come on. Please, get off, please. And I was like, my slipper. And we get off the bus, and the first thing I see is this ditch. And my cousin pushes us into the ditch, and there's other people in it. And he says to us, he's like, get in the ditch, sit down. And I was like, but I don't have my slipper on. I can't sit down. I don't have my slipper on. And my cousin's like, sit down. So I get down, and I'm hiding. This ditch was not but 3 feet high. So I'm like, we hiding behind this ditch, like they can't just look over and see we here. I don't really understand why we here. So, and my grandfather, I'm pretty sure he realized that was so stupid of us to hide behind a 3-foot ditch because he was standing up. We're like this, hiding behind a ditch that don't cover my face. And it's not like we can move it, pull it up. It's like this. And I'm just like, oh my God, what's happening? And my grandpa is just standing up. And he had this full-blown suit on. He's like, I'm not about to sit down and get my suit dirty. And my cousin was like, please sit down. please, I beg, sit down. Please, I beg, sit down now. And my grandpa was like, I'm not sitting down and getting my suit dirty. And my cousin was like, we'll get it dry cleaned. We'll take it to the dry cleaners, uncle. Please, just sit down. Please, sit down. So my grandpa's like, all right, I'm not going to sit down, but I'll squat. So he squats. And he's so tall. He's squatting, and the ditch is like covering him like this. You can't even see it. It's like covering his chest area, and he's just standing there. So you see the armed robbers coming towards us. And I was like, I didn't know what to think. I was just laying there, I had my fanny pack. I was like, they're going to try to take my money. If they try to take it, I'm going to give them like $1. Even though I have way more than that, but I want my money. Like, I'm going to give them $1. Hopefully they don't ask to see my bag, because like, I'm going to give them $1. Because my fanny pack had a hidden compartment, and I would put my money in that hidden compartment. So you didn't know, like, there was really anything in my fanny pack. But I was like, if they take it, what am I gonna do? Because like, how am I get home? Where's my mom? I was like, why she had to leave me? I was just thinking so much stuff. And I turn around, and I hear this big, like, Jeep coming. And it's a Jeep. And I see all these people with guns. I was like, there's more of them? Oh, my God. There was like, there's more. Like, I'm really, like, first the car, and now this. Like, why we have to take the bus? Why we couldn't just take a plane? Because they can't just take down a plane. There's no way they could block plane traffic by having a plane in the way. Like, I don't understand. What is this? And they're just driving. They're driving. And it was the police. The police are scared of the armed robbers there. And these police shoot their guns in the air and drive off. And it scares the armed robbers. I was like, what kind of mess? What is this now? I was just so confused. And my cousin was like, that's our cue to run back on the bus and get out of here. So I get up, I'm like, my slipper, like, I ain't have no slipper on. My feet is all dusty. I'm running on the bus. First thing I see when I get on the bus is his mom and her kids. I guess she had so many kids, she just didn't know what to do. They just sitting in the chair. One's in the bathroom, the other's under the chair. She just had them there. Like, it was sad, but we get back on the bus, and the bus driver comes out of nowhere and gets back in his seat and starts driving. I'm like, where did you even come from? Where were you at to begin with? Why didn't you just keep driving? Like, I didn't understand what was going on. And he's driving, and somebody comes next to the bus and is knocking and running. And they're like, wait, please, wait for me, please. And the bus driver's like, heck no. And he starts driving, he keeps driving faster, and the person's like, please, wait. And this lady's like, he's on the bus, he's with us. He was on the bus with us. The bus driver was like, are you sure? She was like, yes. So he stopped, and the guy ran on the bus. The bus driver was like, skirt, and he drove out. He was out. I asked my cousin, I was like, why did he run off the bus? And my cousin was like, cause they would have killed him first to immobilize the bus. And I'm like, immobilize the bus? They really going hard out here. And I'm like, so then what would we have done if they killed him? Or if he didn't come back? He was like, I would have drove this bus. I was like, I knew this is why you were always with us, because you were like a protector. Like, you would have drove the bus. For real, where you get a bus license from? Where did you learn how to drive a bus? You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen you drive. So, how you learn how to drive this bus? Maybe you could have drove us here this morning and we wouldn't have almost died, but how you know how to drive a bus? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was really, like, in shock. And we had the nerve after this whole incident to go to a gas station and get food and relax. Like, we need to get out of here. What do you mean? We just gonna go ahead and get a snack? You need to drive about 2 more hours up west before you go ahead and just stop at a gas station for snacks. He didn't even gas up. I was so confused. I'm like, as a bus driver, somebody tell me they hungry. You need to wait, because I'm not about to stop and let them get in their cars and just come and like find us and be like, that bus looks familiar. So does that bus driver. That was the girl who couldn't find her slipper, and that was the man who didn't want to sit down. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I decided to stay on the bus because I was like, if something happens, I could just call my cousin and my grandparents and say, cuz, drive this bus and let's be out, because I'm not about to stay here and potentially get robbed. Like, we really stopped for snacks, a whole, like, bathroom break, as if there's no bathroom on the bus already. Anyway, we finally make it to Lagos. And we get to the hotel, and I tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, I'm never riding on a bus again. They got some crazy people here. We got some family members that can't drive and some that could drive buses. But again, it's not safe. It's too hot. I can't breathe. I can't even drink the water because it's not really clean. And it's just a lot going on. I don't want to be here anymore. So can we just leave today instead of tomorrow? Like, even when we first got here, I got food poisoning. So I don't really want to be here anymore. Like, I just want to go home. Like, I told her the whole story, and she was like, oh my God, are you guys okay? But at the end, when I think about it, it's really funny because I was really trying to get a slipper. Like, I put a slipper before my life. I wasn't getting down because I had a skirt on and I didn't have a slipper. And my grandpa was really standing like he was Bruce Almighty and bulletproof, just standing there talking about, I don't want to get my suit dirty. So, Grandpa, why did you wear a suit? Why did you wear a suit? Like, we're not really going anywhere special, Granddad. Why did you wear a suit? I didn't understand. It was just a lot. It was just a lot that day. Like, I almost died in a car. I almost got hit by basically a truck. And then I almost crashed into a building. And mind you, I forgot to tell y'all, that car had no freaking seatbelts. And I was in the middle. So I would have flew right through that. My brother. I would have flew right through that windshield. And it would have been over. That's that story. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to do another story time. So, in the same shirt because I'm filming twice today. But, yes. That's that. Thanks for watching. And like and subscribe and comment if you like this story time. And comment if you ever, like, if you know what armed robbers are, if you ever been to Nigeria, if anything like this has ever happened to you. I need to know because that's really crazy. You know what I'm saying? Comment if you got a family member that can drive a bus. Boom.